Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am attempting IBPSpo Prelims live mock test available in Oliveboard app. So this test available till October 6 7 pm. So please attempt this mock test and share your score in my comment section. Let's get started. I think first section is English. So yes, English. Question number 1 to 6th, 5th is close test. Pitch. The football pitch was absolutely sodden. They pitched the idea of designing a new uniform for his team. At the end of match, the pitch was, I think, 1-3. I think 1, 2, 3. Radio. This radio runs on batteries. Was lucky to radio serious injury. I think only one. He radioed for backup after encountering the suspicious activity. I think I have doubt on this. He radioed for backup after encountering the suspicious activity. Only one. Neither of her parents were presented at the venue to see. Option B. The students have named her as because of her love for books. No error. The producer and the director of the movie. Option A. The number of students who said yes to the 4-day trip to Shimla are very small. Option D. The first great aircraft. Option A and C. And in the ensuing Cold War decades, happened serious primary source for economic aid for weaponry. Only C, I think. But most argue that the world we are entering will be fundamentally different from where existed before. I think only A, where existed before. We live in an era where people is highly bothered about protecting their brain health. Where people is highly bothered. I have doubt on it is we live in an era where people is highly bothered about protecting their brain health. live in an era. Next. However, coastal places such as Chennai are missing out as relatively warm weather. Rain prevailing this month. Has been prevailing this month. It is shame that he has run across his fortune. He has run to his fortune. Okay, next. Ultrasound is generally used to clean parts located in hard to reach places. For example, spiral tube, odd shaped parts, electronic components, etc. Objects to be cleaned are placed in cleaning solution and ultrasonic waves are sent into the solution. Thank you is the first one. QS and RP next. A pandemic disease outbreak would only hasten this progression and force us back into the politics of production. With the banking collapse in 2008, the election of Trump in 2016 and his morning of empty factories, and now with Bernie Sanders dominating the early primaries, that era may at last be passing. USP and the world of consumer banking has been massive shift in the last 10 years. SQ. Next, close test. It is my backpack weighs 31 pounds and it barely fits into the trunk of Jen and Steve's Honda. I don't think they believed I was actually going through with this until I called and I asked for a ride up the mountain. Jen gave me Jen gave me that look, that appreciated smile, but she helped Steve and me load up my thing. I'm at mountain. After mile 8, I can feel my heartbeat is in my feet, but I made it to the first camp. I'm exhausted, but in that good I did a hard thing kind of way. I had practiced had trouble setting up my tent, broke a nail just getting it out of the bag. Some nice college kids saw me struggling. A cow to help, and I'm sure he was wondering that what I was doing all the way out here instead of Relax on myself. Next is we are so familiar with the fact that the Wright brothers invented the aeroplane that the miraculous nature of their achievement goes through unheralded. Wilbur and Orville were not scientists or qualified engineers. They didn't attend university and they were not attached to any corporation. In fact, before their breakthrough, they had accomplished little of note. So, just how did they come to solve one of the greatest engineering puzzle in history? Their success owes a lot to their talent for productive argument. The brothers, 4 years apart, were close. From the time we were little children, wrote Wilbur, my brother Orville and myself lived together, worked together, and in fact thought together. But that should not be taken to mean they had the same thoughts. The way they thought together was through argument. It was their father, Milton Wright, who taught them how to argue productively. After the evening meal, Milton would introduce a topic and instruct the boys to debate it as vigorously as possible without being disrespectful. Then he would tell them to change sides and start again. It proved great training. In the Bishop's Boys 1989, his biography of the brothers, Tom Crouch writes, in time they would learn to argue in a more effective way and tossing ideas back and forth in a kind of verbal shorthand until a kernel of truth began to emerge. After a family friend expressed his discomfort at the way the brothers argued, Wilbur, the elder, explained why arguing was so important to them. No truth is without some mixture of error, and no error so false, but that it possesses no element of truth. If a man is in too big a hurry to give up an error, he is liable to give up some truth with it, and in accepting the arguments of the other man, he is sure to get some errors with it. Honest argument is merely a process of mutually picking the beams and motes out of each other's eyes so both can see clearly. Wilbur Wright's description of collaborative intellectual inquiry is one the ancient Greeks would have recognized. Socrates, believing that the best way to dispel illusions and identify fallacies was through the exchange of arguments. His arguments took place in town square of Athens, often with the city's most respected intellectuals. His favorite technique was to invite someone to say what they believed about the nature of justice, say, or happiness, before asking them why and how they could be so sure. Eventually, under persistent questioning, the fragility of the intellectual's initial confidence would be revealed. Agents Kallart, Associate Professor of Philosophy at the University of Chicago and an expert on the ancient Greece, says that Socrates was responsible for one of the founding innovations of Western thought, what she calls the adversarial division of the epistemic labor, in which one party's job is to throw up hypotheses while the other's is to knock them down. This is exactly what happens in a modern courtroom as precursor and defender cooperate in a quest for justice by ripping each other's argument apart. Even though Socrates himself was skeptical of democracy as a form of government, the idea that people with different views can vigorously and cooperatively disagree is essential to a democratic society. Socrates had doubts about democracy form of government. Okay, 1 and 2 is true. According to Athens colored Plato, responsible thought Socrates was responsible. A and B is true. And in which of the following Western thoughts does one's party job is throw up hypotheses, others knock them down? Adversarial division of epistemic labor. And according to the Wilbur, arguing is important because justify the errors, truth and false. Next, what is the correct meaning of breakthrough? Before their breakthrough. I think it is important discovery, I think. Next, the main factor behind the success of Wright brothers was their talent. Productive argument. Skeptical means doubtful. Antonym is I think hesitant. Which of the following words is an antonym of the word skeptical? Next is which of the following words is an antonym of the skeptical? That is convinced, I think, because skeptical is doubtful. Convention is to fix the one thing. And Socrates believing that the best way to dispel illusions and identify fallacies believed that the best way to dispel think option D. Socrates used it to invite people to argue with identify the fallacies. After the evening meal, Milton introduced a topic poised to debate. Introduced a topic. It as rigorously as possible without being disrespectful. Then he would tell them to change sides and start again. Fragility. Questioning the fragility of intellectual. Okay. time is over. Next. What is it? 10. So 15x square plus 90 plus 2 plus 12. X plus 6 minus 6 minus 0.14. Y equal to 724. T60, 18 and 20. So 60 y square minus 45 plus 8 minus 16. 4y minus 3 plus 2. 0. Minus 0.14. X is less than or equal to y, and given March, April, May, June and July. Oranges are apples, grapes. 1800, 1260 and 64%. 36 is 1800. Then what is 100 by 5k? 1200 and 2000. Okay. So 30, 780, 40, 1260. 4 by 6, 1680. 4200 and 28, 32, 40, 840 and 50%. Okay. Next is the sale of oranges in May is increased or decreased what percent compared to the March? 40%. The average sale of grapes in February, March, April. Seven 800511150. March and April 2780. So 700. The sale of fruits in May is, and July 4000 is July, I think, and 2k 2840 0611160. The total 2 to Oranges, apple in April 2220. Apples 900 30%. Apples, okay, 900. $44. The price of the 1 kg of oranges is 3. Grapes 2. Apples is 4. Oranges, apples, oranges, grapes, apples in June. Oranges is 3 into 28, 80, 4 into 32. And 21, 20, 32. Next 23, 34, 47, 62, 79. 11, 13, 15, 17, 98. 10, 16, 28, 48, 78. 6, 12, 20, 30. 6, 8, 10, 12 is 42. 120. 721, 640, 540, 275, 106, 169, 100. 11 is 121. 419. 51, 64, 38, 25. 13, 13, 90. Next is D minus upstream and D plus 10 downstream. D minus 10, A plus 10, 50 and D plus 10, 30 and 50 is 2. 50D minus 500 plus 30D is 3000. 80D is 200. 40. 40 by downstream. Minus 200. 40 by downstream. 48 minutes. So 23:8 plus 14 minus 7 minus 14 plus 7. X is greater than Y. Next. Given 16, 17, 18 and 19, 20 of chart, boys and girls. Boys indicates blue and girls indicates orange. 40, 30. 2, 3, 4. 45, 25. 35, 20. 20, 60. 50, 25. And children also, I think, no, total students in the school 2017, 18 and 19 was 5. Got scholarship. Girls who got scholarship. Three and 4. Three. In which years the number of girls who got scholarship is minimum of 3 years, 17 and 19. The average percentage of the number of boys who got scholarship in all school 5 years. So for all 165 by, so 33% I think. The number of girls school who got scholarship 16 is 72. If the total number of school 2019 were 250. Amrish and Vikas 2440. $8260 is to provided to Amrish out of the profit. 8260. 8260. 64123. 1600. 40. 80. Amrish invest 8260. 3 by 5. Okay. That is 64K. 3 by 8. Okay. 8260. 32260. P can 3 days more than Q. P is 80% efficient than R. R completes the same work. 24 is more than R. 27. Or 80. 16. 20. 6. 56. 54. 40. Next, P and R 180, 90, 12 days, and Q replaced with M days, that is 1080. 080. Next is passengers traveling in different coaches. AC second, AC third, sleeper, chair car. 10, 30, 35 and 15. Traveled in AC first is AC first is 10%. Sleeper and the chair car 2000. The difference between the number of AC third, AC second, chair and AC first 4:1. The sum of the number of passengers that travelled, chair car, AC first 25 is 2k. Sleeper and the chair 25 and AC second and the AC third 20. 400. Next day the number of passengers increased. Travel sleeper and AC third remains. Sleeper, AC third, so the number of passengers travelled sleeper and AC third is 2 is 3900. 1200. I think. What would be the percentage increase number of AC third? Next day it becomes equal to the passengers travel previous day. By 6. What would be the percentage increase the passenger traveling by AC third? Next day becomes equal to the sleeper previous day. Is equal to the number of passengers sleeper in previous day. 30. So 16 1/3 I think. By 6, that is 2/3. The ratio of compound interest 15 2880/5 24 28 161. The time is over. Next, I greater than R. u less than or equal to only 2, u less than v, t less than c, both 1 and 2, and h greater than m, y less than p. Only 2. Certain number of persons are sitting in a linear row faces south. 4 people between P and Q. P sits right of Q. 1 person between P and U. The number of persons between the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 same as the R and Q. S is thought to the left of R. The number of persons right of U is same as the left of T. 1 person between the S and T. More than 2 persons at right of U, not more than 6 persons. Left of R. Right of U same as the left of T. 1 person S and T. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 S and T. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20. 80, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right of U is same as the left of T. 1 person between not more than 6 persons are left of R. S N T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 P and Q. 2, 3, 4 P and U. Q and U. 3, 6. Right of U is same as the left of T. 1 person 3, 6. So next is S is thought to the left of R. The number of persons right of U three, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Add more than 2 persons. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 21, 22. Is exactly between the Q and S. What is the position of R with respect to the A? Second to the left. B is second to the right of Q. Left of B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Second to the left of A is 9 persons in a circular manner facing towards the center. Number of persons standing between C and D is more than the left of D. C is not adjacent to the D. C and D are more than the left of D. Number of persons A and B is more than the right of A when counted. C and F twice that of C and G. E is one graph from the I. Six candidates, hexagonal. 6 and they all facing inside. One candidates between the P and the A is 42. U 19 years faces Q. T is second to the right of S. The age of R is more than B. One candidate between the R and the 42. S is not adjacent to the R. And U 19 years faces Q. T is second to the right of S. U 19 faces Q. Possible defense. And T is 60. S is 51. One candidate. S is not adjacent to the R. And R is more than P. R is more than P. 34. What is the position of Q with respect to the 24? Second to the right. Age of 34 is R. P related to 60 in the same way as related to R 34. What is the age of P is 24. Next one. Darshika is at his home and is facing north direction. She gets out of from him and 7 meters to reach X. She takes left 10 meters to reach Y. She again takes right 5 meters to reach Z. She again takes Right, 9 meters to reach M, right, and 6 meters finally. Z is northwest of Darshika home and M is southwest of X and is southeast of Y. 1 and 3. B is 1 meter west of his home. B and N is 6. So curtain C C D E F G H I U V W X Y Z T U V W A B C H G N O P Q R 1. Next, 12 people, March 31st, April 30, May 31st, June 30 and August, July 31st and August 31st. 1423, 1423. So 14 and 23. You or date of the month immediately after we was born. P and M born on the same date but different months. See 14th of 30 days. H and K same date, same month but before K. 5 people C and V. M is immediately born after T but in different months. 4 people E and R. N is born before B after A. You born out of a month. After we was born. So you born out of a month after we was born. R and V. You and 1, 2, 3, 4 R. N was born before B after R. PM same date of different months. So H and K same months after C but before K. M is immediately after T but in different months. N is born before B. PM same date. Next is Water body full damage. Water damage. DPTO. RTGM is body and full. Water damage is DP and GM. Full is HD. Full is TO. And more is TO, DPGM, RG. Water damage, bring flood. HD and KM. Nature full body care. So nature full body care. RT, DO, XPDO. Bring nature care fund. Bring nature XP KM. Bring nature KM XP around. ZM HD care or around. HD and XC float care or around. Care float around float. XC. So full around float heavy. Bring body KM TO. Bring body KM RT. KM TO. Bring full more. Bring full more. Bring full more flood. Care around. TO or ZM. All laptops, desktop, only few desktop, iPads are mobile. Some desktop are mobile, some iPads are laptops. Only few noise. JBL, no JBL board. Apple, some Apple being no noise is what is Apple. Only few noise is JB. Some noise or not. So only two. Handmade, factory, all factory, Indian, no mobile factory. No Indian is mobile. All handmade. Being Indian is a possibility. Next. Next is three 8871645928. Increasing data 13579. So time is over. So this is my score. I attempted overall 71 questions and I got 56.50. In English, 18 correct, 10 are wrong, and in Quant 23 attempted all 23 correct, and in reasoning 18 correct, 2 are wrong. Overall 12 questions are wrong. So please share your score in the comment section. Thank you.